Hello everyone. I come to talk about dollhouse miniatures. That's another one of my hobbies that I used to do a long time ago. Well, not a long time ago, but a couple of years ago I was in the dollhouse phase and I was building dollhouses and making dollhouse miniatures and furniture and etc. So I thought I would come and share some of the things that I made. I was in the closet and I pulled out a big box of furniture and stuff that I made, and some of it I purchased, but some of the accessories and stuff like that I actually made, and I wanted to show you some of those right quick. I think I'm gonna go ahead and start get back into it again. It's really fun. It's a really fun hobby that I had, and I really enjoyed doing it. It's just that I ran out of space in my house, so I had to just store some of it up. I don't have any doll houses right now in my house that I actually built. I pretty much got rid of all of them, so I'll have to start from scratch doing it again. But anyway, I think I am going to build one later on. But right now I want to show you some of the accessories that I did. This is the clay that I like to use when I make my dollhouse food and everything. Let me show you what it looks like. This clay, you have to bake it in the oven, and you have to bake it however many inches it is. That's how many minutes you have to bake it. So this is what it looks like. I purchased it at Walmart and it's white. This is what it looks like, and it's really hard when you first get it. You have to work it until it gets really soft to be manageable and work with. So you want to work it until it gets really soft, and then after it gets soft, you can pretty much sculpt whatever you want with, and then bake it in the oven, and it turns hard. And after it cools, you can pretty much hand paint it and do whatever you want to do to it. So this is what I used to use when I made things. Okay, so the first thing I want to show you is the computer, the little miniature computer that I made. I'm sorry for going so slow. I have to do this one by one. This is the little hard drive that I made, and I made it out of the clay that I just showed you. And this is the keyboard. And this is the tower that I made. And like I said, I made these a while ago, like some years ago. These are the speakers, the two little speakers. And I also made a little mouse pad. That's the little mouse pad that I made. And this is the little mouse that goes to the computer. As you can see, it has a string on it. Hopefully you can see that. Let me hold it up so you can see it. That's what it looks like. And I hand painted it. I made that out of the clay I just showed you. So it was white when I finished making it. I had to hand paint it and engrave and press down and make all the little keys and all that stuff that's on the keyboard and everything. I had to actually shape it and make all of that. So that's one of the items that I made. I'm going to move this out of the way. And the next items I want to show you that I made is really simple. These are some little books and magazines that I made. And what I did, I just printed the picture of this is Jada Pinkett Smith and Will Smith on here. I just printed it out and shrunk it down, and I just made it like a little book, and I just put some pages in it to make it thick, to make it look like a real book, as you can see. So that's all I did, and I made all of these. This is a braid book and a sewing book. I actually incorporated things that I like to do, the braids and sewing and stuff like that. And these are just little miniature novel books, as you can see. And I'll show you, this is what they look like when you put them on the shelf. This is kind of, well, I don't know if you can see it. Let me pick my camera up and zoom back some. So that's what it looks like when you put it on the shelf. You can see all the books stacked up on the shelf. I didn't make this shelf. This was brought, but the books and all the accessories on it I made. This is like some little construction paper and stuff like that. Just little small miniatures that you make to put on your desk and desk items. This I took like a little piece of newspaper and tied a string around it, and this is like a little box that I made. This was like on the desk that I had. This is a pencil that I made. You can see what it looks like. This is nothing more than a toothpick. I'll show you how to do those later. The next thing I did, I had a sewing room in my dollhouse. So this is like bolts of fabric that I had on the desk that I did. I just took a piece of cardboard and just wrapped fabric around them. This is like a little mop that I made. I took a toothpick a really thick toothpick and some little yarn, white yarn, and I put it on and cut it and glued it on there, and it looks like a little mop. The next thing I made was, this is like a little box of cereal. I actually made this, and it's actually a box. It has Cocoa Puffs on both sides. And I taped it and put beads on the inside of it, so when you shake it, it sounds almost like a real box of cereal. These are some little small pillows that I sold, that I made to go in a dollhouse. I thought they were really cute. And these are some more pillows. Now the sofa I'm going to show you, I actually purchased it, but the pillows on it I actually made. And to go with that, I made this rug. This is the rug that I had on the floor. It's an oval shaped rug. Let me zoom back so you can see it a little better. And I had it on the floor in the same room. And let me see what else. Oh, so I'm gonna zoom this up just a little bit. Sorry about that. And these are some curtains. I'm gonna zoom back so you can see them. These are the curtains that I had hanging in the same room. As you can see, it matches the furniture and everything. I think I had it hanging right behind the sofa, if I'm not mistaken. You can see the top of it. It's still on the curtain rod that I had up on it. Okay, move this out of the way. This is another rug that I made. As you can see, it got little tassels on each end of it. And this is another rug that I made. You can see the backing on it. And I made this out of yarn. And this is another rug that I made that this is my favorite rug that I ever made, is the Betty Boot rug. And this I actually sewed, and I used thread to sew it in the shape of Betty Boot. And it took a while to do this, a long while. You can see the back of it where I sewed it at, but I made it to go on the floor in my dollhouse. And I really, really love this rug. This is my favorite one here that I've ever done, this one. Let's see what else. Oh, okay. This is a few dollhouse foods that I made. So let me back some. This is the first one. This is like a little thing of spaghetti. And then you have, let me tilt my camera down just a little. This is like a salad. I did a little salad. As you can see, it's glued in, so it's not going to come out. And this is like a little plate of sweet peas. You can see the butter on top of it, the little thing of butter. And this is corn on the cob. So I made all of this out of the clay I just showed you, and I had to hand paint it to blend into what I wanted it to. The next thing I want to show you, hopefully I have time. I'm just going to make one video. I'm not going to show you everything today. This is like a little set of towels that I made. And I actually cut real towels, little small towels that I had around the house, and I cut them to make them. And I decorated them and put them on a little rod. I had them hanging on the wall in my dollhouse. And I also made, I didn't make this shelf, but the little towels, the accessories that's on it. Hold on one second. The accessories that's on it, I actually made the little towels, and I just rolled them up and put them on the shelf. And it's like a little shaver right here, as you can see. I didn't make the shaver though. I did decorate and hand paint the shelf though. The shelf was just plain wood, and I actually hand painted it and added Coca-Cola on it. The next thing I'm going to show you is this. I didn't make this bed at all. I didn't make it. But I made the accessories on it, the comforter and the pillow and all that. I'll take it off. This is the pillow that I did, and it has lace on it. And then I have like the little cover on it. You see I put pearls on the end of it. And then the mattress, I actually covered it with a sheet, with a silver sheet. Okay, this is another little shelf that I hand painted. It was actually plain wood when I got it. and I hand painted it. And the little books on the shelf look like encyclopedias. I actually made those out of clay. They look like books, but let me show you what it actually is. It's just one stick of clay. I didn't even paint the other side of it. And I just put grooves in it and painted the outside of it. So when you put it on the shelf, it'll look like a set of encyclopedias. Okay, so this is a pool table. And I actually made this. I made it a long time ago, so. It's actually made out of cardboard. It's been packed down, so it's a little dusty. A lot dusty. But as you can see the holes in it. If I zoom back. You can see all of the holes in it and the pool sticks. And if you look really closely, the balls have numbers on them. I actually put numbers on each ball. So I actually made and hand painted everything on here. I pretty much made it from scratch. If I turn it up on the opposite side, you can see where I made it out of the cardboard and everything. Okay, so this is the next thing I'm showing you. This is a coffee table that I made, and it's actually made out of a mirror. As you can see my camera. So it's made out of a mirror actually on top of it, and I put a frame around it, and I painted it black. So I made like a little mirror coffee table. Okay, so the next three pieces I'm about to show you, I made all together as a set, but I can't show them to you all at one time because I can't get my camera to zoom back far enough. But this is like a little closet that I made. You can see it's a little thing on the inside of it. And I had it inside a room, and I had clothes hanging up in it. And I had shoes at the bottom of it. And I had purses sitting on top of it in the dollhouse. So this is the next piece that I made. I actually made this too. It's a desk. And it has, I put little shelves on it. I made it really long because I had it as a sewing table, and I had a sewing machine, and I had all sewing accessories and everything like that on it in the dollhouse. And this is the chair that I actually made to go with it, and it's upholstered with fabric, as you can see. That's the fabric that I chose to put on it. It's a brown and cream fabric, little plaid fabric. So yeah, and this is made out of real wood with crown molding on it, dollhouse crown molding on it. So yeah, so that's a lot of the accessories that I've made and everything. Like I said, I'm really slowly getting back into the dollhouse phase. Like I said, this is my favorite thing right here. I really love my bed book rug. I guess because it took the longest to make, so maybe that's why I like it so much. But yeah, so that's a lot of the accessories that I made and everything. So I think I'm going to get back into it. I'm going to build another dollhouse, and I'll probably go room by room and make all the accessories and everything. I'll probably use some of the ones that I made already, but I'm probably going to be making new things too. So if it's something you're interested in seeing, let me know. I really enjoyed doing it, so I probably will get back into it. So I will talk to you later, YouTube. Till then, take care.